Hi everyone, Adrian here. Welcome to Wild Bush and Grit. Today we're not cooking, we're not reloading, we're not talking about guns. I want to talk to you about the 3 things I've done to my utility trailer to make it the perfect hunting trailer. So this is my version of the Poor's Man hunting trailer. First thing I did was to build some sort of support so I can carry the canoe around. And I use square tubing. Let me show you. Cut to length, welded. This is my first try at welding things, and definitely a learning curve. I had to do a little bit of a trial and error, so I'm quite happy how this turns out. So the way the canoe is actually tied down is so I'm using four two straps. So I have one string here in the front and one string here in the back to prevent back and forth movement. Let's say I'm braking or accelerating, so the canoe doesn't slide back and forth. And I'm using two straps vertical here, laterally, to press the weight of the canoe down on this support. And this is rock solid, it doesn't move. The only thing I don't like is I need to do something about the bare metal, because first it's rusting, but also it's metal to metal contact, where the canoe rests. I don't like that, so I'm probably gonna, I don't know, maybe coat it with some bed liner or do something on the surface of my canoe to prevent that metal to metal contact point. And another thing I need to mention also is I love modularity. I didn't want to do anything permanent, at least not at this stage. So yes, this is welded, but I can remove these two bars if needed. They're simply bolted to the frame. So I just remove that bolt and this I can take it off if needed. So that's one. Let me get rid of the canoe for you. I'm gonna show you the next thing. Okay, so the big box in the back, that's the cooler. It's 2 feet by 4 feet and by 3 feet high. So I think that's enough for a moose, a quartered moose, if you do it well. And the actual structure is perforated L-shaped iron, okay, all around to give it rigidity. I might have to do something for the cover. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But the interior is laced with insulation, 2-inch thick insulation, the thickest I could get. And yeah, so that's pretty neat. The cover is floating, so I've cut the cover to be at the exact measurement of the top, so that allows me to compress it. Let's say I have meat inside, to be optimum, you want least free space as possible, and that leads allow me to compress everything down, and having like jugged of frozen water inside to preserve everything. Do a future upgrade that I think I'm going to do at some point is if I can find an old 24 volt freezer compressor, make some holes here and plug my entire electrical system. This is 12 volt, but I can use a converter, convert it to 24 volt and plug it so the meat inside will be even cooler. Even when I'm rich home, I don't need to rush, put everything back in the freezer. I'll just can leave it here for a while I process the meat, so I don't need to haul everything inside. The thing that I'm most proud of is actually the solar system that I have here, because it allows me to power my Starlink, and now I'm able to work from anywhere. Okay, I don't need to burn my vacation day when I go hunting, especially bear hunting, when most of it happen at night, or not at night, but like in the evening. It's working from home during a hunting season. This is home, and I can work here during the day doing my stuff thanks to Starlink. Now, what is my setup? My setup is simple. I have 100-watt solar panel here that recharge the battery, okay? The black box here. Nothing special here, just it's an AGM battery, 100 amp hour, and 100-watt solar panel. The good stuff is in the lower red box here bottom. Let me take it out and I'll show you what's inside. I paid $25 for each boxes, and I modified this one to suit my needs, and I'm gonna show you what I've done to this box. I'm carrying some extra stuff wires and some tools if I need to fix something. And this is where I carry the charger, the solar panel controller, and a DC to DC battery charger. I had to do some modification. I removed all the foam that was inside, and here we have charge controller, and this is the battery to battery charger. So you'll see here on the box I added some plugs. I had to make some holes, fix these. So the red one goes to the battery, and the plug up here goes to the solar panel. I'm really happy because this is my first test, and there's no water inside, so everything is nice, everything is tight. I'm very happy. I fixed the two controllers on a mesh wire here, and I only put some foam at the bottom, so it's sturdy, it's springy, held in place really well. It doesn't go anywhere. And I'm using on the outside, those are Anderson plugs, and because these things can generate some heat, added a vent here on the top, this part here. So those are louvered vents. And I also drilled some holes. At the bottom. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Yeah. So water can't get from this place because I have I added some little rubber rubber feet to lift it off the ground, and air can flow inside, go inside. As heat generate, heat goes up and come out of that vent here. I haven't put it yet, but I bought an extra DC fan, small fan that I can put in case things get really hot. And right now it's been quite okay in terms of temperature. It's been actually quite cool the whole week. But if needed, I might at some point add here on top, I might add a power inverter so I can plug, regular AC tools on my system. So the cool thing with the rover from Renegade is it has a Bluetooth capability. So all the information I get on my phone here. I know it's not gonna look very easy to read, but if you're so solar volt, I'm getting 22.6 volt. The amps 0.7. That's pretty low. Well, we're overcast. That's to be expected. And battery charge 1 amp. One thing I could do to make the system even more complete is to add a wind turbine. It will add flexibility to my rig. So let's say we have like today, overcast day for like entire weeks and raining. At least there's some wind and I can get power out of that wind. A cool thing I can show you, and why I mounted the solar panel on the top of the cooler. So, whoa, this is heavy. So I can use the lead to actually angle the solar panel if necessary, so I can get maximum charging capacity. And that's it, folks. That's my Porsman hunting trailer. It works really well. I'm super proud. And yeah, what have you done in your trailer? I would love to learn from you folks, maybe get some idea also from you, things that you've done that I might implement on mine. Cool. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.